My name is Anna May. I'm from Germany and currently I'm a third year PhD student in chemistry with my research focusing on atmospheric chemistry. I'm here today to convince you why you should choose Hong Kong and HKUST. Back during my master's, I had the chance to go to Hong Kong for an exchange. And back in the day, what I knew about Hong Kong, it was basically based on hearsay. So I know it's a big city with a lot of skyscrapers. It's technically famous for business and banking and not for chemistry. It's the origin of a lot of different movies. Most of them somehow related to martial arts and having a quite unique humor. Now, I'm not a big city person, but I'm a martial arts enthusiast and I'm also interested in Chinese culture. And I thought, okay, let's give it a try. And although my expectations came true to some degree, reality when I found this. What many people don't know is that Hong Kong is covered to roughly 75% of countryside, which actually for roughly 40% being country parks and special areas. So you also find in the city a lot of Chinese culture, Chinese architecture, temples, big and small. Not far from the city, on small island or even within the city landscape, you find small villages. There's also quite easy to just get away from the city in mountains, the jungle or beaches. And if you prefer all of that more within the city, you can find that as well. Actually, all of these pictures here are taken by me, and the first one was the view from my laboratory. Why I chose UST in the end when I came back as a PhD student was due to my look for a supervisor. Let's share my strategy with you. Basically, first I asked myself whose research sounds interesting to me. I went through all of the Hong Kong universities with their chemistry-related departments and had a look at all of their research areas on the faculty website, on the professor's profile, but also if they had a homepage, I looked at that. It was quite time-consuming, but I think it's worth it because you need to find something that interests you. You have to work on this topic for years. If you have connections, I encourage you to use them. In my case, I emailed the lecturer from my exchange days if he has an idea who to ask to be a potential supervisor. And I actually got a reply with a list of potential candidates I should ask. That was super nice. Apart from that, don't be shy, send an email. You are the ones who want to do the PhD, so you're the ones to approach potential supervisors. I wrote roughly 10 emails like this, telling them who I am, what I'm looking for, when's my expected graduation, or if you want to say my prospective start date, and what my research interests are. After 2 weeks, I got 2 replies. You might need to send a second email. Be prepared for that. After my follow-up, I received roughly 6 replies, so 6 out of 10 is not a bad quota, I would say. Not all of them in agreement, though. So I had emails basically saying, okay, I don't have quota, but I actually wanted to help me to get a scholarship, so that was pretty nice. I got another decline saying, oh yeah, thank you, but I suggest you to ask others instead. I got replies saying neither being positive nor declining, but they wanted to see my resume. So just a short hint for you, have it prepared. And I got people saying, yeah, just apply and I can have a look at your resume first. And I would advise you be cautious with this just apply messages. Meet the candidates before and ask them questions. Take it a bit like a job interview because once again, you need to work with them for years following onwards. Ask them what they expect from you, what the project is all about, and tell them about you. Only if that matches, agree. What sold it for me in the end was actually the chances for professional development I got. That's the super site I'm working at, the one with a beautiful view. And the beauty you see here on the right is actually the instrument I'm responsible for. So my supervisor told me that I'm not only getting data with this, but I'm the one maintaining it. I'm responsible that this thing is running. And it was kind of new for me because in Germany, usually it's said, okay, if a student touches the instrument, it's going to explode. So we have other people for that. My supervisor isn't the only one who thinks that way. We actually have a facility, for example, called the BioCRF, which trains you in a lot of instruments, no matter if it's relevant to your research or not. If you're interested, register for the events and they teach you how to use instruments. At the same time, professional development is part of our graduation requirements, and I think you should take this as a good opportunity to develop your skills. If you're afraid of teaching, for example, you have a course, How to Teach Others. If you're worried about your IT skills, your research skills, your publication skills, probably the library got you covered. If you want to know how to kickstart your career, then ask the Career Center. If you want to develop yourself in regards to personal development, we have that as well. Have a look, for example, at our Counseling and Wellness Center. They focus on mental health, but they also have a lot of talks with other students, healing and growing together, you can say. I would encourage everyone to take part in the mental health first aid course. You will learn a lot about how to approach mental issues, not only yourself, but for others. You can also have a look at the Language Center, which might improve your writing, speaking, or language learning skills, depending on yourself. If you're interested in going outdoors, we have a newly found SOAR community that teaches you how to be a mountaineering guide and leads you around campus. We also have, for all people who want to volunteer, opportunities for community services and service learning trips. And if it's all not enough for you, we have a lot of student societies that just wait for you to come around, and cultural events, all free of charge. That's awesome. Back in the day, my biggest concern was the dorm availability. UST give you a lot of guidance how to look for an apartment. It worked for me, it will work for you. To sum this up, finding an apartment in Hong Kong is quite easy. It just might take a bit of time to find something that suits all of your needs. That being said, thank you very much for listening to me and hope to see you all soon at UST.